In the end, I have created something people will enjoy. I even found a couple of recipe books in the back of one of the kitchen cupboards and taught myself some new techniques and dishes to make. Everything else in my life is complete hell. Alpha Edward allows pack members to bully me and verbally mock me, and they take full advantage at every opportunity. He comes to my room multiple times a week to harm me and berate me for imaginary offenses I haven't committed. Sometimes Marcy comes and watches. A couple of times she even gets the whip for her father, but she never actually does anything bad to me. I swear I see her smiling while she watches. Sylvie tries to convince me to fight back, but that would be a death sentence. If I fight back, or even worse, if I shift, I'm certain I'd be dead. Sylvie keeps telling me everything will change when I shift. She keeps saying, "You are a daughter of the moon goddess, and you are her warrior." She is frustrated that I submit instead of fighting back. She is angry at me for keeping her a secret. She says doing so is making her weaker. Okay, Sylvie, a couple of problems with all of this. I try to tell her for the millionth time after we pop in. First, I have no idea.
After 70 meters, turn right into Harris Street, then, after 200 meters, cross the roundabout, second exit, into Harris Street. Route recalculating.
And he will banish me. Or maybe just skip banishing me and straight out kill me. Lastly,
turn right into Thomas Street, then, after 40 meters, turn left into Hunter Street.
Warrior, you are a child, the moon goddess. She is your mother.
Okay, I don't know when.
Turn left.
But at the first opportunity, I will take it, Sylvie. I promise. This seems to satisfy her. We keep having the same argument about werewolves all being children of Moon Goddess versus being an actual child of the Moon Goddess. She doesn't understand.
After 100 meters, turn right into Sackville Street.
Like, in the literal sense of the word mother.
Turn right.
Every day, I'm completely exhausted by the time I get back to my room. It's an even longer day if I'm visited by Alpha Edward. Sylvie has been the best friend I could ask for, even if she is frustrated and getting weak. She is always supporting me and pushing me to not give up. I feel guilty that I can't support her in return. One day, Alpha Edward...
After 300 meters, turn left into Station Street.
The Alpha wants to see me in his office right away. I drop what I'm doing and hurry to his office. I knock on the door quietly in case he's busy.
Come in!
He calls from inside. I pull open the door and peek inside. "You called for me, Alpha?" I asked as quietly as possible. The easiest way to get away from him is to use as few words and ask as few questions as possible.
Don't just stand there, come in.
He snarls. I rush inside and close the door behind me. I stay as close to the door as possible in case I need to make a run for it.
Tally it.
Turn left into Station Street.
From the Dark Howlers pack next week. 20 wolves in total. All of the ranked members, their mates, the heads of their security and guards, and security detail for all.
Route recalculating.
Goes well. We'll be forming a pact with them. They must be treated with the utmost respect and courtesy. Bring lunches to the conference.
Turn left into Smart Street.
Every day next week. Keep their pantry stocked and stay out of the way. Got it?
I look up from under my hat, still keeping my face low enough that he can't see my eyes. Yes, even after almost 2 months, he still hasn't noticed that I have purple eyes. Or if he has, he hasn't pointed it out. He also hasn't said anything about my silver hair, which is just fine with me. Yes, sir.
Everyone will be here on Monday. Except for the Alpha, who's coming Tuesday. We'll be having a party after dinner to welcome him. Make sure there is enough food for the party. Give George the information for the additional food you need to make. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. We need to keep the Alpha happy. If not, I won't hesitate to let him harm you. Do you understand?
He stands up with his hands on the desk, looking very intimidating. Yes, sir.
Now get out of my sight.
He points to the door behind me. I scramble out of the room as fast as possible to find George. George is in charge of ordering supplies for the pack house, He should be in his office right now. My mind is already churning.
Turn left into Paulding Street.
Groceries I need for them. I also need extra supplies for the guest suite pantries. I wonder what kind of foods the Dark Howlers pack likes.
Route recalculating. After 200 meters, turn left into the Horsley Drive.
The second largest. Alpha Edward says Dark Howlers is vicious and strict. Most of their pack has served in the military at one point or another. They employ dark magicians and witches to help them keep power over neighboring packs. I wonder if they're going to bring any dark witches here. I hope not. I also hear their Alpha expels pack members who fail training tests because he doesn't want weak wolves in his pack. A guy I don't want to cross paths with. I get to George's office and knock on the door. I can hear noises coming from inside, but he doesn't answer. I knock a little louder. What the hell? He has to know I'm here. He knows my scent. Just tell me to come in.
Turn left into the Horsley Drive.
Talia, he's creepy. He stares at you.
Well, we don't have a choice but to work with him, Sylvie. He's the money.
Oh, fine, but let's make it quick.
I knock again, more impatiently this time.
Route recalculating.
From inside, I open the door to find there's a female wolf sitting on his desk. She hides her face in his chest. I can't see who she was, but there is no denying whose scent it is. George is not wearing any pants and he is sweating.
Get the hell out, Talia. I'm busy here.
I stand there wide-eyed, jaw slack for a moment. I can't be seeing this. George is having a fun time in his office with Luna Layla.
Get out, Talia.
He yells louder. I come to my senses and slam the door closed. I run back to the kitchen as fast as I can. I can feel the drip of sweat down my face. If anyone finds out what I just saw, I am finished. Sylvie thinks it's hilarious. She laughs in my head throughout lunch preparation. I'm just trying to erase the scene from my mind. I'm about to take the platters out to the dining room when George comes charging into the kitchen. He makes a beeline for me and grabs me by the throat, pinning me against the wall. He hauls back his fist and punches me square in the face. The back of my head slams against the wall so hard I see stars. I can feel my nose snap as I slide down the wall with a groan.
You didn't see anything.
I can feel his claws extending into my neck, drawing blood.
You understand, you little monster?
I'm paralyzed with fear. I can't answer. I can't even nod. Suddenly, I feel like I'm falling backwards in my mind. I blink quickly a few times. It feels like I'm looking out of someone else's eyes.
Let her go.
The voice comes from me, but it isn't my voice. It's Sylvie. Her voice booms and sounds almost ethereal. The dishes on the counter shake as she growls deeply at George. I watch helplessly as my hands glow violet and grab George's wrists. As I grab him, his eyes widen in fear, and he starts howling in pain. A sizzling sound comes from where my hands connect with his skin. He quickly releases my neck, and we both fall to the ground.
How are you doing this? What are you, Talia?
I stand up, feeling much taller than my 5-foot-tall frame. Sylvie's voice booms from me.
I am a warrior child of the moon goddess. And if you tell anyone what has happened here today, I will...
Route recalculating.
George scoots back on his backside away from me, wide-eyed, and clambers up and runs away as fast as he can. Suddenly, I come back into my normal state of mind, and I fall back to the ground, exhausted. My hands are no longer glowing, but they feel like they are...
After 300 meters, turn right into Sturt Street.
I couldn't help it. He was threatening you.
Okay, but what was with the glowy purple burnt hands thing? That's not normal.
Talia, we've been through this. You are a child of the moon goddess. You are special. There is more too, you will see, after we shift for the first time.
Turn right.
Until then, I'm not strong enough to show you. Besides, it isn't like I hurt him badly. His wolf will heal him before he is back in his office.
I do. Wait, you mean the moon goddess is my actual mom? Like she gave birth to me specifically? Not just like mother of all werewolves because she created us a gazillion years ago? low so no one can see the bruises, then pick up the first 2 platters and rush out to the dining room. Okay. Well, if you're able to do that to George, how come you can't do it to Alpha, Edward, or Marcy?
Well,
After 200 meters, turn right, A28, into Betts Road.
I can't do it now because he's your alpha. I can't go against what he says. I can't attack your alpha or his daughter.
I concede. I don't want to argue with her. I'm just trying to figure out the rules. I'm in uncharted territory here. I mean, it's cool territory, but I don't know what our limits are. Once all the platters are out, I make a list of all the extra supplies I need and put it in the box hanging outside George's office. That way, I don't have to face him again.
Turn right, A28, into Betts Road.
Still have about 45 minutes until I have to start dinner. I decide to go to the stock room and put supplies on the pantry cart for later. As I work, I hear someone clear their throat behind me. I look up to find Marcy standing uncomfortably close to me. Can I help you with something, Marcy? I try to swallow the panic that instantly builds in my throat.
Talia, I just wanted to say, when I'm in control of the pack, you won't be treated the way you are now.
Marcy, please stop. I put my hands up and push lightly against her to get her to move, but she's stronger than me and doesn't budge. I look up at her to see an evil grin distorting her face.
I see the way my dad treats you, Talia. You never complain. You just take it.
She moves closer, breathing deeply until she's fully pressing herself against me.
I bet you like it when he does it. Don't you?
What? There is no way I heard her right, did I? Marcy, I do not enjoy what your father does to me, and you're no better standing there watching him instead of stopping him. I can feel tears stinging the corners of my eyes as she slips an arm around my waist. I cannot believe this is happening right now.
Don't lie to me, Talia. I do like you, but I can't deny your scent does something to me no man ever can. The way you beg before my father turns me on, it makes me crazy to think about what I'll do to you if I find you alone. I can't wait to get my hands on you. I want to hear you moan with pleasure when I am with you. I want you on your knees so I can whip you instead of him. I want you to be my toy, Talia, not his. We'll turn the dungeon into a playroom just for us, instead of just your bedroom.
She's nuzzling against my neck right below my ear, making me cringe, but I don't have anywhere to be able to move to get away from her. I can feel her fingers pressing against me, trying to make their way between my legs. Are you insane? I push hard against her, but she's too strong. She doesn't budge. Get off of me, you sicko! This whole time she's been turned on by watching her dad torture me. What is wrong with this family? The look on her face contorts, from happy evil to disgusted. Without warning, she takes a step back. She elbows me in the back, dropping me onto the table. Then she bends over behind me and whispers in my ears.
I know you want me, Talia. Don't worry. You'll be mine as soon as I convince my father to let me have you. I want to make you proud when I make you squeal in pain, but I don't think I can wait.
Her voice is rough and ragged with excitement, and her hands are all over me and groping me. All I can do is sob. I'm afraid to fight back or to even say anything. Sylvie can't help me because she's the Alpha's daughter. Moon Goddess, if you're my mother, please help me, please. Save me from this. I cry in my mind as Marcy bites my ears, gropes me, and her hand runs all over me under my clothes. She pulls my leggings and underwear down, tearing them both in half with her wolf claws extended. I feel her pressing her fingers against my entrance. I know what was about to happen, and I can't take it anymore. I turn my mind off, just like her father beat me within an inch of my life. My mind cannot be present for what is happening to me. She finally gets off me and I fall to the floor. She tears the back of my shirt open and strikes with her claws on my back as if to mark me as her property. I lay on the floor of the supply room crying.
Get up, Talia. I said get up. You're better than this. You will survive this.
I want to leave this world, Sylvie. I can't do this anymore. I can't.
You will find your mate soon enough and things will change, I promise.
How can you be so sure?
Glowy, burning hands are not your only gift.
I go back to my room to find new clothes before making dinner. The next 4 days go without incident, unless you consider the fact that I have visited the roof several times recently, contemplating my existence. Each time I stand with my toes at the edge and stare down from the 4-story building. I can't bring myself to do anything except cry and go back to my room. I can't do it to Sylvie. I can't take her life because I want to take mine. Sunday after dinner service, I see Luna Layla in the hallway while I'm refilling pantries. She quickly approaches me and grabs me by the arm. She extends her claws into my bicep, drawing blood.
Talia, if you tell anyone, and I mean anyone, what you saw in George's office, I will make you suffer.
She says in a low, threatening tone. You too, lady. I'm fed up. Does she want to bully me? Okay, fine. I lift my hat and let my violet eyes look directly at her. She gasps at the unusual sight. Luna, it would be a relief, and I would welcome it. You don't know or care how I'm treated by this pack, including by your husband, your daughter, and your lover. Tears choke up my throat. I cannot take any more punishment from anyone else. I'm at my wit's end. If she takes my life right here in this hallway, it would be a relief. I'm sorry, Sylvie. I just can't do it anymore. I say to my angel as I stare down Luna Layla. She doesn't respond. She shuts her mind link and crawls into the corner of my mind. Luna Layla pushes me away.
Insolent child. You
Left turn ahead, M4, towards Blue Mountains.
I'm not grateful for this life, Luna. And if you think I should be, you are part of the problem. If you want to tell the Alpha about this incident, I'm more than happy to tell him what instigated it. She stares at me with pure anger and hatred before walking away, without a word.
After 800 meters, turn left.
Has other plans for me. I stand in the hall for a few minutes to see if she is coming back, but she doesn't. I'm certain she is going to sabotage me. Maybe she's going to smother me in my sleep or just stab me straight in the back. Either way, I was serious when I told her I welcome her. I finished pantry duty, making sure everything is set in the guest rooms. I had George order bouquets for each of the suites as an extra touch. In the guest Alpha suite, I also added a bottle of champagne. If this is the last thing I ever get to do, I want it to be something that makes someone else happy. It is almost 1:30 in the morning before I plop into my bed, totally exhausted. It has been a day. If Luna Layla has anything to say about it, it will probably be my last. Sylvie is exhausted too. She stopped sulking long enough to tell me she needs me to shift. But I can't.
After 100 meters, turn left, M4, towards Blue Mountains.
But I feel like I've broken that promise. I float off to the sounds of her whimpering in my head while I cry into my pillow. To my surprise, my alarm wakes me in the morning. Sylvie makes me promise to hang on for one more day. We go through the motions of the life I hate. While I'm getting ready, I look in the mirror to find my hair is completely silvery now. I tuck it into a bun to try to avoid people noticing it. The delegation from Dark Howlers arrives in the early afternoon. They're all tall and intimidating, with tattoos and big muscles. Some of them have visible scars on their arms and faces. They wear matching business attire or security uniforms. Luna Layla directs them to the sitting room while I quietly bring in pitchers of water and iced tea for them to drink. I was doing my best, trying not to be noticed, when one of the women calls me out.
You there, Omega.
She says abruptly. I look around and realize she is speaking to me.
For everyone. Maya, of course, right away.
Luna Layla says quickly and nods her head to me. I rush to the cellar and pull out 2 cases of napkins and glasses. I prep the drink service cart and head back to the sitting room. I open 3 bottles.
After 90 meters, turn left, M4, towards Blue Mountains.
So I can start preparing dinner. The rest of the day goes without a
Turn left.
The guests seem pleased with dinner. In the evening, I go to each guest suite to make sure everyone is happy with their accommodations. A couple of people ask for more bags of chips or soda, but on the whole, seems satisfied. The last door is the Beta's room. Maya opens the door, looking much more relaxed than earlier. She has a large tattoo of a rose and dagger on her forearm. Her dark hair is still pulled back, but she isn't wearing makeup. I can see now. She looks only a few years older than me. I can hear her mate inside talking on the phone.
Thanks for checking on us and follow M4 towards Blue Mountains for 29 kilometers.
She smiles at me. I bow to her slightly, then turn to leave.
Wait, what's under your hat?
I stop in my tracks and turn around. I'm sorry, ma'am. I ask. I feel the blood drain from my face.
Your hat. Why is it so low? What are you trying to hide? Come closer.
I come closer and slowly take off my hat, keeping my eyes to the ground. My silver hair cascades down my back. It is embarrassingly greasy and visibly dirty. I feel myself blush.
Oh, I see. Now, don't be disrespectful. Always look me in the eye when I speak to you.
I look up at her. The light from her room shines right into my eyes. She looks at me blankly for a moment, trying to process what she's seeing.
What are you? A hybrid?
No, ma'am. The pack doctor did tests, but he doesn't know why it happened. He thinks it must be a transformation related to my wolf getting ready to wake up. I mean, it's not a lie. It's just not the whole truth, right? How am I supposed to tell a stranger that my wolf says that I'm the moon goddess's actual daughter, and that is why I have silver hair and violet eyes? She grabs my chin and pulls my face closer to hers, inspecting closely.
And does the pack doctor know that someone has broken your nose recently? You still have bruises.
I'm not going to elaborate or implicate anyone in this conversation with someone I do not know.
Who's at the door, Maya?
Just the Omega assigned to us, Kate? What's your name again?
It's Talia, ma'am. I'm not an Omega, though. I'm just a servant.
Her name is Talia. She picked out my beautiful flowers.
She's still talking to her mate, but she hasn't taken her eyes off me as if she's trying to size me up for some reason. Her brow furrows slightly as she stares. She's making me self-conscious.
That's nice. Ask her if I can get bubbly water in the refrigerator.
No problem, ma'am. She and I share a smile at bubbly water. I will bring it shortly and leave it at the door.
Thank you. Oh, and Talia, if those bruises aren't healed by tomorrow morning, find some powder. Alpha Demon does not tolerate seeing injuries like that.
Yes, ma'am. I run to the storeroom, get 4 bottles of San Pellegrino, and put them in front of the door, then run away as fast as I can. 1 million questions run through my head. Would their alpha be angry for being weaker than other wolves, even if I was not part of his pack? Was she going to tell Alpha Edward about my unusual features? Was she going to call him out for letting someone break my nose? I mean, lady, if you think that is bad, I got some news you're not gonna like, and then I'm dead meat by your alpha, for sure. Alpha Edward comes down later and whips me for not having all the items our guests wanted. By morning, Sylvie has still not been able to fully heal me. I'm in so much pain. Everything is a struggle. Cooking, carrying breakfast trays, leaning over to clean tables. Every move causes scabs to open and bleed, making the back of my shirt damp with blood. Maya makes eye contact with me a couple of times. She can tell something was wrong, but doesn't say anything. For some reason she can't explain, Sylvie is bouncing around in my head all morning.
The beta is so nice. I can't wait to meet the Alpha and Luna.
Sylvie, come on. We're not going to get to meet the Alpha and Luna. We're going to mount them to the wallpaper and pretend we don't exist.
I want to meet them.
Okay, well, I hate to disappoint you, but you're going to be disappointed. Layla comes in while I'm prepping lunch to let me know that Alpha has arrived. And I need to make lunch for him as well. There is no Luna. He doesn't have a mate. And according to Layla, he's handsome. Not that it matters to me, because I'm going to be wallpaper. I don't want him to notice me at all. I take the trays to the conference room. Alpha Damon is not there, but there is a spot at the table where he's supposed to sit. I leave his meal at the empty seat. Everyone from the Dark Howlers pack politely thanks me as I lay out plates in front of them. Their manners betray their intimidating features. No one from the Red Moon pack dark chocolate. This guy was a mocha drinker. I laughed to myself at the thought of the big, bad alpha of dark howlers, sipping on a mochaccino. I make a 4-course meal of Caesar salad, bacon-wrapped shrimp appetizers, beef Wellington, braised Brussels sprouts for the main dish, and a key lime pie for dessert. I also make bruschetta, tomato fritters, mini calzones, assorted veggie trays with dip, and chocolate truffles to serve for the party. I finished the desserts and veggie trays between breakfast and lunch, so there was less for me to worry about now. I realized Sylvie's advice on finding happiness in cooking has helped me enjoy making this dinner. Maybe because I'm serving people other than my pack, or maybe it's because I'm making special food, not just the regular stuff I make for the pack. Either way, I don't mind my work today. I felt a sense of pride in it. There are servers for dinner service since it's a formal event. I stay in the kitchen and make sure everything is plated, and going out the door in perfect condition. I'm in the zone. I peek out from the kitchen after each course is served. People seem to enjoy the food, which is a relief. I notice Alpha Edward is getting pretty drunk. Luna Layla keeps taking his glass away from him, but he keeps ordering the Omegas to give him more. The dining room is extra crowded, so I don't get a better look at Alpha Demon. Maya sees me peeking out from the kitchen and gives me a wink and thumbs up. I smile and give a little wave before pulling my head back. I help the servers take the party food to the tables at the edges of the ballroom. I also make sure the bars in the corners are fully stocked. The DJ is finishing setting up, and colorful lights are sliding across the floor. Party balloons and streamers are hanging all over the place. The first few guests are starting to wander in, which is my cue to duck out the back door. Luckily, the dinner servers will clean up the dinner service tonight, which gives me extra time to restock pantries. I head upstairs to the stock room and load the cart up. I'm humming to myself as I go from room to room. I feel an odd sense of calm as I go.
You're in a good mood.
I guess. I'm not sure why though. My back and feet still hurt.
Well, I'm happy that you're happy for once. This version of you is pretty cool.
Thanks, Sylvie. You're not half bad yourself. I finished stocking the range pack members' rooms on the 4th and 3rd floors. Then I head to the 2nd floor where the guest suites are. The cleaning staff has cleaned everything. I just need to restock the toiletries, pantry items, and refrigerators. I make quick work of the rooms. I remember to stock the Beta's room with more bottles of San Pellegrino, refresh the flowers, and leave a little tip card with a handwritten smiley face on the kitchenette counter. It's almost midnight now. Everyone is still in the ballroom partying. I close the door to the Beta's suite and move to the Alpha suite door. It's the last room left for the night. I know he's at the party too, but I knock first, just in case. I lean my ear against the door. I don't hear a reply. I slip the key card in the slot and open the door, but the moment I looked inside, my heart stopped, and I froze. Standing there was the most handsome werewolf I've ever seen in my life. Easily 6 foot, 6 inches tall, looked to be about 250 pounds of solid muscle with the broadest shoulders, but he wasn't alone. An icy blonde stood in front of him with her hands undoing his belt. The smell of coffee and dark chocolate filled the air, and my mind went hazy as I froze, seeing two piercing blue eyes staring back at me. "Stop!" he shouted. "Is this it? Is this the day I die?" I wondered. I was only doing my job, but that did not change the fact that I had witnessed something that should not have been seen.
In the guest bedroom, Damon pushed Marcy away from him. She fell unceremoniously on her butt. "Who is that girl?" Damon hurried to button up his pants. Marcy looked confused. "What girl?" "The one with towels. She left towels in the bathroom and left." Damon roared and jabbed his hand into his hair in frustration. "Damn it!" Marcy stared at Damon and blinked rapidly, trying to understand what happened. Less than a minute ago, Marcy went down on him, and she did wonderfully. But then Damon inhaled the most seductive, sweet, citrusy scent that reminded him of delicate freesia flowers, and his body lurched in response. Mate! Damon's voice said. What? Damon asked himself in disbelief while staring at Marcy. If Marcy were his mate, why did his wolf remain silent during lunch? And why did her scent change? Marcy didn't smell like freesia. Her scent resembled coconut, and traces of it lingered everywhere. But this new scent felt gentle and seductive. His wolf growled. Not her! The bathroom! Damon whipped his head in that direction, just in time to see Talia disappear behind the door with a handful of towels. He watched Talia as she sneaked out of the room, observing her small frame in oversized clothes and her coppery-colored hair that reached just below her shoulders. She remained totally unaware that Damon watched her. Stop her! She's the one for us! If you let her go, you will regret it! Stop! Damon shouted. But Talia vanished, and the door closed. He couldn't get up and go after her because Marcy was still pleasuring him. And if he made sudden movements, she might bite him. The girl disappeared, and what Marcy didn't feel good anymore, especially not while his wolf growled at Marcy while urging Damon to go after Talia. Back to the present, Marcy's eyes widened when she understood what Damon said. There was a girl in here? Damon nodded. Who is in charge of towels? He didn't know anything about the sneaky girl, and he disliked that his wolf told him Talia was his mate. But he felt an urge to understand the aching need to get close to the girl with the coppery-colored hair. For that, he needed to find her. Marcy shrugged. I don't know who handles towels. One of the Omegas. Find out! Damon squeezed through his teeth. Marcy lowered her head in submission, nodding. Yes, Alpha Damon. I will find out and let you know. Marcy responded robotically and left the room with urgency. Now outside the reach of Damon's wrath, Marcy had space to think. She hated that he used his alpha tone on her. But more pressing, someone saw her pleasuring Damon. Yes, he was her future husband, but she definitely needed to do damage control and send a warning to all Omegas on how they should behave. Marcy snorted. No wonder her father looked down on Omegas. They seemed useless. She glanced left and right and spotted a group of Omegas lingering at the end of the hallway. You! I have some questions. Meanwhile, Damon paced through his room, and discomfort in his lower abdominal area got his attention. He remembered that Marcy had taken him in, and just when he got good, it stopped, leaving him halfway, with Marcy's coconutty scent lingering on him. He didn't think much about Marcy's scent before, but now he found it repulsive. Did the towel girl cause this? Her sweet citrusy scent felt addictive, and he craved more. How could a girl smell so good? Damon saw many wolves lose themselves once they found their mates. It happened with Caden the moment he met Maya. Caden always acted carefree, with an edge and eagerness for adventure and to experience new things. But once Maya entered the picture, Caden's whole world shifted, and she became the center of his everything. Damon and Caden grew up together, and they shared many hardships. Damon knew Caden would never betray him, but he felt confident that if Caden ever needed to pick between his loyalty to Damon and infatuation with Maya, Damon would be left hanging. Would Damon allow his world to change because of one girl? That wouldn't happen. No way. He would fight this off. Damon decided to shower. Just the thought of Marcy touching him made him feel dirty, and he needed to wash it off. As warm water caressed his body, images of the coppery-colored hair flashed in front of his eyes, and he remembered the sweet citrusy scent of freesia, and he became aroused again. Shit! Damon exclaimed and turned off the hot water. Damon changed into fresh clothes and headed out of the room when someone knocked on the door. Damon opened the door to find Nora. Alpha Damon, Alpha Edward, and Beta Raymond returned. And Alpha Edward is waiting in the study. He said that you can join him anytime if that works for you. I'm here to show you the way. Damon frowned. Yes, Alpha Edward. Marcy. why he came here. I'm ready now. Please, lead the way. Nora smiled and gestured to her left. When her father said he would inform Alpha Damon that Alpha Edward waited for him, Nora offered to deliver the message instead of her father. Nora hoped that Damon would say he would see Alpha Edward later, and then she would offer to wait in his room, and then... the possibilities. In the study, Marcy's father greeted Damon.
Alpha Damon, I hope your trip went well and that so far things are in order.
I apologize for not welcoming you personally when you arrived, but I had urgent matters to take care of. I'm sure you understand. Of course, Damon responded with a straight face. Yes, he understood that this showed how Alpha Edward disrespected him. Scouts found something suspicious. There should have been a report and someone issuing orders. The Alpha himself didn't need to investigate. It seemed like a lame excuse for Alpha Edward to avoid welcoming Alpha Damon personally. Damon knew very well what Alpha Edward thought of him.
How was your trip?
Damon felt no mood for exchanging meaningless pleasantries. Trip went fine. Your wife showed us to our rooms and lunch satisfied us. Your daughter expressed interest in us getting to know each other better, but I wanted to talk to you first. Talk to me? About what? About what you want. Damon went right to the point. Alpha Edward chuckled awkwardly. I want my daughter to have a good husband and to receive proper care. You are available and fulfill all the criteria. At the same time, Marcy is
Exit ahead towards Russell Street.
supposed to be a remarkable Luna. Did you expect something else? Damon narrowed his eyes. When you put it that way, it sounds like you are not getting anything out of it. What would I be getting? Once you and Marcy marry, she will live with you. I only hope that you will let her visit us occasionally. Of course, I would love to visit as well, but I stay busy with managing my pack and training James. And I don't have much free time, so maybe I will visit you when James takes over. I can spend some time with my grandkids. Damon clenched his teeth in irritation. How could this old fart say he felt too busy to visit?
After 800 meters, take the exit towards Russell Street.
Damon stood up from the chair and stuffed his hands in his jeans pockets. Alpha Edward, we will leave tomorrow this time. Until then, think about all
Take the exit.
you want to attach with me being close to Marcy. I want to know all parts of the deal before I agree to anything, and I am not a man who changes the conditions on the fly. If you try to reach for anything that's mine, there will be consequences. Alpha Edward's lips twitched. Are you threatening me?
After 200 meters, go left on the roundabout, first exit towards Leone, then, after 100 meters, you have reached your destination. It is on your left. Go left on the roundabout, first exit, then, after 100 meters, you have reached your destination. It is on your left.
He went to the main floor, second.
After 100 meters, you have reached your destination. It is on your left.
As an alpha, Damon
You have reached your destination. It is on your left.
He couldn't pick up her scent. This confused him. Without any clues, he decided to wait for Marcy, who said she would investigate which Omega handled the towel duty. Damon plopped on the bed and took this opportunity to rethink the situation. His wolf told him the girl was his mate, but she escaped. Shouldn't mates feel attracted to each other? Stupid, Damon's wolf growled. What did you think she should do when you had Miss Barbie between your legs? Did you expect her to jump into your arms happily? Damn it, I forgot about it. He really did. The moment his eyes landed on Talia, Marcy became unimportant. What if she hates me? Do I want her to like me? Damon mused. What do you mean? His wolf responded with obvious disapproval. I know you don't like women latching onto you, but this one differs. How different? For starters, she's not latching onto you. The moon goddess paired you up with her for a reason. Don't do anything stupid until you find out what that reason is. You can't deny yourself this. Damon was quiet. So far, he saw every woman as a nuisance. Not because he thought he would fall for a woman, but because they seemed needy, whiny, and they easily assumed they were the boss of everything. And this was his mate. If he stayed close to her, he would fall for her completely. She would manipulate him, and he would happily do cartwheels every time she felt like watching a circus. Wasn't that dangerous? Damon decided to leave these thoughts for later, or maybe forever. The best thing to do was focus. He came here for a reason. Once he completed his task, he would leave and forget he ever saw that copper-colored hair and those big doe eyes. To keep himself busy, Damon grabbed his laptop and started working. As a busy alpha, something always required his attention. Later that afternoon, Marcy came to Damon's room again. He worked and acknowledged her presence with only a quick glance. Marcy understood that whatever he did seemed important, and she didn't want to interrupt. Marcy sat on the sofa chair opposite Damon and observed him in silence.